Yo, GM fam, hope you are doing all right. It is 9 a.m. here on the East Coast. That means it's time for the breakfast show. Welcome to the breakfast table. Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you had a great weekend. I certainly did. Man, I woke up late this morning. I woke up at like 7. I woke up at like 3:30, and then I couldn't fall back asleep till like, I don't know, 5. And then I woke up at like 7:15. So everything was late. Scheduling the show. I did start on time, though, which is fantastic. I feel happy for you guys that I wasn't late to start the show because there was a strong possibility. I was even late to the getting here to the office. So anyway, enough of my mea culpa of my morning. Good morning, guys. Smash the like button, hit the heart. Welcome. Do the things you got to do to reward yourself for being here, for goodness sakes. I mean, after all, you literally could be doing anything, but you're here. So smash the like, hit the heart. If you are in this space, go ahead and repost it out. Tag some friends. Either way, whatever you're doing, wherever you're watching it, you can always, just post. If you're watching on YouTube, you could post the link on your Twitter, even though you can watch it on Twitter or X. But if you're watching, you're like, man, at some point in the show, you're like, you know what? I actually want to be a part of this conversation. You can do that. Go on over to X, find the profile, and then you can boom, bada, bing, hop in the space, raise your hand, come up to the stage, and be a part of what we're talking about. So the whole goal is I'm going to go through the market stuff here in a few minutes here. We'll look and see how things are looking. I am like feeling we are like ready to pump. Like I'm just feeling very pumpy. I'm feeling pumpish. I'm hoping that we're going to go up big time today. And the markets don't look that way, and I think maybe that's why. But it's January 6th. We're 14 days away from the inauguration. Would love to see things start moving back up. I mean, for fuck's sake, we are in a bull run. And if you look at the daily, and I know that we've had some major pumps and, we got to correct a little bit. But if you look at the daily on most charts, it's been, we've had some down days. And so I think we're all done with that, ready to pick back up the momentum of the bull run, baby. It's all about the bull run, baby. So smash the like if you like crypto bull running. Come on up to stage if you want to chat. So we'll look at the markets, and then I do want to make sure that we save some time for anybody that wants to participate, and they can. We talked about, last week, we got back from the break, and we talked about our goals. No, we're not resolutioners here. Resolutions are just a dumbass idea. We set goals. And most importantly, what I want to do is talk about the things that we are going to do in order to meet those goals, right? The systems that we put in place to make that happen. So we can talk about that in the second half of the show. After we get through some crypto, we'll bullshit for a few minutes, and then we'll get through some crypto stuff, and then we'll get into that. But Dougie Doug, what's up, my brother? How was your weekend? Okay. Perfect. Love that. While Doug,
hey GM brother, I'm sorry, I had to turn down. I've actually got you on the iPad, so I can see you today.
Oh, hey. Well, I'm waving at you. What's up, dude?
Normally it's just one or the other, so there's a bit of a delay. But my weekend was great. Yesterday not so good. I think I overdid it on the weekend, and yesterday I was feeling a bit sorry for myself, but bright and early this morning, I woke up, felt good. I'm
there you go.
Smash it this week.
Good, man. We got to have. Nice. I'm a firm believer in, everything is cyclical, right? Even our emotions, and so even the days where we may be feeling bad or down or wherever, right? We have to have those days. And trust me, I'm an eternal optimist. I got a tattoo that says "always half full." Like I live by that. But I am a firm believer in, you got to experience the down days so that you can appreciate the good days, right? And as an optimist, like that's kind of one of my mantras is just really understanding that kind of stuff. And so I'm glad that you're feeling better today. And let's get it, man. Hopefully the markets pump for you. And it has nothing to do with the Ondo long that I'm a little underwater in, that I want the markets to pump at all. Not at all. So
let's hope it does.
What was that?
Let's just hope it does for both of our trade sakes.
Anybody else that's got a trade in, I hope the markets, unless you're trying to short the market, then fuck off, because you're probably the reason why everything's selling. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I just feel like we're ready to go, man. It's too much bullish sentiment and news coming for us in the weeks ahead here to really be dumping. But I see we got a hand from Angel's guest list. What's up, Angels?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up,
No,
brother?
I just wanted to throw up a little bit more positivity on top of positivity,
Nice.
if that's possible.
Oh, hell yeah. Love it. Love it.
Okay, so with the first 100 days of the new administration and their race to get some type of regulatory clarity, we've already seen prior to that how excuse me, companies like PayPal, MoneyGram, and even other companies have leaped forward even before regulatory clarity was set. And now I believe within those 100 days, not only are we going to see just like catalysts to speak about, but we're going to see a bunch of different industries coming into these technologies and actually making a lot of these NDAs like known, also like openly saying we're utilizing such, powered by such. And now all this technology that everybody's been studying, those who are like moon boys or those who are tech guys and the ISO guys and, even the meme guys, they all kind of, we're all following this trend where people where the actual technology is actually going into adoption. And I just think that during that time, I'm not a trader, but I think you guys are going to have the time of your lives because it's just going to be catalyst among cattle. You're going to hear big companies saying that their back end, their security is being, I'm not going to mention any tokens, but those who are, into these tokens that are about quantum, post-quantum security or the new ISO, regulations and all the technology that they learned about, it's actually coming to fruition because this technology has been sitting here complete. It's just been waiting for that, the lawyers to tie it up with a pen and paper, the laws, they need to know what they're fighting against when they're in court. So a lot of this stuff has been held back because of regulatory clarity, but the technology is there. And a lot of people, I think, lost a lot of hope because they don't see anything moving forward. And it's like, is the technology really there? Or is it still in development? Some people have been developing 10, 15 years.
Right.
Some of these, these crypto companies. So I think now we're coming to that point in which what's real becomes real to most, not just to those that like us that are in this channel. I would imagine we all share in common that we're dreamers. We believe in something greater than ourselves. You know what I mean? And we believe in prosperity, or else we wouldn't be trying. So I think it's going to be a really great time. And I think those 100 days, even before the regulatory clarity, don't be surprised if we just start hearing all kinds of things. That's probably when X payments is going to come out. It's going to be a frenzy of companies positioning themselves not only just for the technology, but to be able to say that they're utilizing it as like a marketing, a way to increase marketing or feel good about the technology, especially with cyber attacks and all this stuff. A little thing on the bottom, powered by, secured by, and you'll see these familiar cryptos that have always been stating that they were going to do that start to come to light. So it's going to be a great time for everybody, man. God bless everybody. If you're in crypto, you believe that something great can happen to you, and I believe that too.
I love that, man. You talked about coming in here with some positivity, and you damn near Mike dropped the positivity moment, man. I love that, right? And I'm all on board for it. And I feel like we've talked about the first 100 days as kind of a very big pillar into where we saw adoption coming. And so if anybody who's missed it, if you have heard me talk about this, you're probably like, shut up by now. But if you haven't heard, what we've been saying on the show for a while now is, mass adoption in our industry is right outside. It's so distracting when they dump those cans. But the mass adoption of our industry is coming in three legs. Like we called it the three-legged stool, right? Where it's going to be institutional, governmental, and then the actual retail movement of when it becomes, accepted. And so institutional, done. It's already here. We got the ETFs, all that stuff. The governmental side of it, we are watching that happen right now with the nation states and the reserves and, El Salvador and countries like that, where the Kingdom of Bhutan as well. Now they've announced that their stash is over $1 billion. So you're seeing the world from, the governmental side start to show without saying that crypto is okay. That this is the move that we're moving to. And so we're watching that happen, right? And at some point, and we've been saying, you know, that's why the first 100 days is so important, because usually the first 100 days of the new administration is the most important kind of topics, right? And so if we get that push, that movement, that's the signal to the masses saying, hey, this stuff's okay to fuck with. And when we get that, boom, that's it. That's the 1, 2, 3.
And you know, the other thing that that is kind of like I want to say this is a rumor or a lore, or, you know, it's not confirmed, so nobody can hold that whole thing about, you know, American founded cryptos being like tax-free from capital gains. If that were to happen, I couldn't see why there would be a shift in the, like, why wouldn't everything go to that?
Well, I mean, that's
Right?
the whole
You know
point.
what I mean? Like,
the whole point is to take it digital.
I mean,
right?
that would be beyond. You'd have people doing that. Not even, they wouldn't even care what the name of the crypto was. They're like, is that a tax-free? Like it wouldn't even matter. You know, so that's, I wonder about that sometimes. I know it would have great implications. It would bring a lot of jobs, a lot of public spending. People will use the money here, there. You know, payments are now, because the payment processing, that's a big issue. You know, you can't buy things with crypto because you're getting the capital gains on top of sales tax. It's like a double whammy. You know, and so if they did create a coin that could be a tax-free, then you only pay the taxes. Now crypto payments, mass adoption opens up.
Yeah.
I don't think it could, so it's interesting. They have to almost do it, right?
So do you think,
and then at the same,
do you think, with that being said, right, saying that, you know, mind made and whatever in America, it is tax-free, whatever, do you think that that coin that we will ultimately use is already created, or this is going to have to be they create their own so that they control it?
well, there was a caveat. He also said for those who want to domicile here as well. So it seems like there's also the ability that if it was somewhere else and they wanted to put their office and locate here, they would probably get the benefit of that. So I don't think it's just the ones that are made here. I think it is just the ones that are made here, but also those who come here. And I think it's because we can actively arrest somebody if something goes wrong. Right? I think that's what it really is. Like, I want it in my backyard because we can send people there right away.
Right.
And like grab computers. And I think that also, you know, how can we compete? I'm not a trader, I'm a moon boy, but as traders, how can you compete against a trader in Dubai who doesn't have to pay taxes? His poker chips get bigger and bigger. At some point, if he's good, as good as you, they're gonna over leverage us with you know, with the offset of what we have to pay and what we have to put aside. So there would, you know, it does give us even footing for certain countries that are really taking the lion's share of the wealth. People are getting rich and going to Dubai. No, we want you to be rich here in America. Buy everything. Buy everything you want. So I hope that happens.
Yeah, I mean, I would tell you, Dubai is a beautiful place, but they've gone tax.
If I can't smoke a joint over there, dude, if I can't smoke a joint over there, I can't be there.
I can't say.
I'm sorry, man. That's part. There's a quality.
That's a fact. He's spitting cold.
I'm sorry. I mean, it could be a lovely place, but I won't be able to even enjoy it. At least let me bring the vape pen. You know what I mean? Make an exception for me. Give me a vape pen visa or something.
Yeah, just keep it in your hotel room. You're all right.
Okay. I didn't know. Is that place scary if you mess up? I always thought it might be.
Yeah. So from what I learned, talking to some Uber drivers about things, so it's like a zero personal crime place, and they keep that record, right? So if you get into trouble for something as an individual, if it's like a drug charge, I believe he said that they send you to man, where was it? It was like somewhere a couple countries away. Like they don't want you even in the jail, because then, you know, you tarnish the records. And like that's probably the least fucking thing that you want to have happen to you. Like locked up abroad in the Middle East sounds like a death sentence.
In their version of Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyways, man, no, I just think that tax-free thing, it's very, very weird because it's good in so many ways, but what does it mean about all other investments? Why wouldn't everything gravitate towards a tax? Like, who would not want to be a part of that? How do you wouldn't even have to sell that in a bank. You'd be like, well, did you want to see the tax-free options that you have for investing?
Please.
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
100%. I don't care what they are. It can be fart.
Yeah, spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Let me see the chart.
Fartcoin?
You know what I mean? It's
Fartcoin?
like,
Yeah. Buy $1 million of Fartcoin. I don't care.
Yeah. Because the way you got, I'm not a trader, but one of the reasons why I don't, because I'm a contrarian long-term investor, but I often worry about, like, you know, traders, like you guys are trading so often, there's always this debt that's being accrued. And if a person's not mindful for it or starts getting a little bit, like, you know, overzealous, and then like decides to bring in some of that money they're supposed to pay taxes into a trade, and then I always wonder what happens if you totally lose, and then can you totally lose everything and still be in debt?
What do you mean?
As a trader,
you know, if you get liquidated, they take everything from you, and then that settles your debt, basically.
and then you owe nothing to the IRS, right? Because you say I won nothing.
Oh, that?
Right?
Oh no, God no.
Yeah.
No.
So what I'm saying is, you could go through like $1 million of up and down and end up with zero and still owe the federal government a large amount of money.
Oh no, I think it's all about your realized gain, not your unrealized gain. Oh, so
when you cash out and you reinvest, and you cash out and you reinvest, every time you cash out, isn't there something owed at that moment?
So they pushed back the trading stuff to 2026, I think, for like this same kind of fucking reason, because like no one knows what to do. Like, it just seems that's ridiculous. For you got people who are executing hundreds of trades a day, like to have hundreds of principal events is fucking stupid. It should just be.
That's why I always got confused.
What did you put in? What are you taking out? That's what we're taxing you on. When did you put it in? When are you taking it out? That seems very logical, and doesn't matter what the fuck I do in the interim. If I put it in, if I put in a Bitcoin and I take out 20 Bitcoin, you tax me on the 19 that I made. That's it. End of story.
Jay Chains, wouldn't you even agree that companies that wouldn't even yet to even adopt it or even integrate it in their systems would probably start to do things like give $10 million or $100 million to certain blockchains for research, like just to make headlines, right? So there's even headline grabs for all of this as well.
Honestly, man, I feel like a lot of that happened already, right? I think it was when was that? What year we're in? 2024 or 2025 now? Maybe it was 2020,
2021, you mean?
I feel like 2023, 2022 and 2023 were big years for all those companies, all the big name companies filing for trademarks, you know, for a digital identity, you know, all that kind of shit. So it's like they've kind of announced that their intentions are there. Just, I think, you know, when you talk about taxes, like, I think a lot of these corporations are waiting for regulation to really announce where they're at on this whole thing. I think that makes a lot more sense, because if it, like, they can't jump in now and then get fucking taxed like 80%. Like, that's
well, you know what always made me feel weird? Like what you're saying, right? Everybody's waiting for regulation, yet Stellar jumped out with MoneyGram and seemed to have just, before even regulatory clarity was even established, right? Or Paxos with PayPal, or Constellation DAG working with the Department of Defense. Like, all of these were already like in play with the government, yet there was no regulatory clarity. So it makes me wonder, how much do they know that this was coming down the line if they were already?
Yeah, I mean, it's like if you're on an inside, you know, like, look at like the people that were still buddying up with XRP during the SEC. They're like, we can give a fuck about this. This is not going to be a real thing. This is you could tell, and that, like, XRP played it on both sides, right? You know, they were playing here locally, and then internationally as well, inking all the deals, saying like, basically, this is a nothing burger. Like, just pay no attention to it. And I think, you know, nobody took the bait on the SEC thing as far as XRP is concerned. And you behind the scenes, these companies, we know where this is going. So the insiders are going to be the first.
Right. Well, what confused me is, Stellar with Danielle Dixon, she was over at the committee hearing with all, disputing the validity of stable coins and crypto. And then all of a sudden it was like the MoneyGram situation, right? Where now it's like, okay, in all those countries, right? Like, and then all of a sudden they buy a minority share of MoneyGram, a crypto company buying a minority share of an actual network, right? I was like, whoa, nobody's stopping that. I'm like, they're messing with Ripple, but why are they not stopping that? That clearly is jumping ahead of the line of adoption. So somebody's already been, and you know the whole Circle Gang, right? Circle Gang and the whole thing. So I think they're part of the whole Circle Gang, and I think they intended to topple UST and take away everything and basically centralize stable coins and the ISOs. Well, ISOs are already hybrid.
Yeah, I mean, like the RLUSD is probably going to be what takes over here, right? I mean, I know that we have USDC, but I feel like at some point y'all got to hop off the USDT wagon. Like, no more Tether, guys. That's the Chinese and the Russians, man. It's time to get off that shit.
That shit's scary, right?
Yeah,
I never had it.
The stablecoin war.
I always figured if I was on multiple, like, I don't have children, but I figured if I was on multiple child supports, I'd probably be on Tether for some reason. Tether to Monero swaps or something. You know, I don't know.
Keep it private, man. Keep it foreign. Keep it private.
Yeah, man, but I just can't believe how many good things are coming, because normally I'm as a contrarian investor, I don't look at the market and I don't look at the graphs, but I look at how things percolate, right? I look at sentiment. I look at, I copy and paste and keep all of the partnerships and then look back at them and see where they went and everything. And right now it's just, I'm getting information overload. And when these new people come into the market, there's such a rich, like, YouTube database. Like, anybody getting into anything that's been around for a while, it's enough material for a newbie to fall deep in. Like this is great. Like, the content out there because of you guys, content creators like you, Spaces, all these things. I think it's really, really going to give people a chance to be a part of this, because I hate that other people in my family can't understand it. I hate that I can't even talk to most people about it. But I hope to God that they stumble upon something that gives them the curiosity to change their life.
Yeah, well, I feel like this year is going to be a big year for most people to change. Again, when your government, wherever you happen to live in the world, comes out and says, we're in the crypto, y'all are free to do what you need to do, or however, right? Like, that's going to be that's not how they're going to say it. But when everybody comes rushing into crypto, you're just going to have to hold back the I told you so's. Now, I did at Christmas. I did do a couple I told you so's to my cousin. I was like, hey, you remember? I even pulled up the chart and I drew a little circle. I was like, hey, you remember last Christmas when we were talking about crypto and you said, is it a good time to get in? I was like, yeah, man, for 48,000, 44,000, whatever it was. It's a great time. We got a bull run coming up, and you were still a little skeptic, and I'm not really sure why, because this is like what I fucking do for a living. But look at that, went up to 108,000 from 40,000.
Yeah, money. But I wanted to like, there's like this whole circle of life ecosystem in crypto, and the one part that I feel that really hasn't been bridged is the actual, like, payment, like retail to something that just takes any crypto and turns it into fiat regardless. You just scan the QR code. There are cryptos that are working in that, but the problem with the capital gains is it doesn't make it feasible to make that transaction.
Isn't
with capital gains being it?
Isn't MoonPay that, like, where, because like
I'm talking about something like Alchemy Pay or AMP token, something with a hypothecation and like an insurance value in case there's fraud. So, like low merchant fees, like you can even change different fiat to a different fiat. It's just basically changing value, a value changer, right? And unless that value changer is tax-free, it doesn't make sense to buy anything with crypto knowing that you're taking capital gains and sales tax, even if you're up, right? So if they make it null, or make it where, I was hoping that they do this, like we were allowed to spend at least $20,000 a month, as long as it's like a merchant, a business, you know what I mean? Like in the US or something, and you can get tax-free on up to $10,000 a month or something. You want to buy some Gucci shoes, you want to start shopping. I think that would be a good thing for retail, to bring them back alive again. If people that had crypto could spend without capital gains, if they're buying something from like an American, on American territory or wherever. as far as an American tax base goes.
Yeah, you know what? I could see that. I could see some kind of I don't know, merchant or whatever. Yeah, wherever it's called, that gets implemented here. Where I mean, that would be great. Crypto.com. I feel like you can use the card. I don't know if you have to sell the coin in the background like some of the other things, or if they're making it to where it's automatic. But I mean,
Coinbase will do it with USDC, and it can be automatic with Coinbase because you fill it up with US, and you can use Doge, but it becomes a sale, and that's the issue. That's what stops people from buying. If I had to think about it, you have $300. All of a sudden, it's $1,700. You want to buy some Gucci shoes? You're gonna do that shit automatically with a QR code, and you're ready to go. If you didn't have to pay taxes, you know how many people would do that? Treat themselves good. I don't know. I think it would boost sales.
I'm with you, man. It's like not that it's always that joke about use a Bitcoin to buy yourself a coffee. It's like, no, that sounds like a stupid thing to do. One, to waste the satoshis, but two, create a taxable event to buy a coffee sounds like not a smart idea.
They got 86,000 agents and shit. No, it's too much, man. I think when we fix that, I think that there's no looking back. Once it plugs in, I think that's the last connection to the pipeline to create that circle. And a lot of people don't talk about that payment aspect. And if he's talking tax-free shit, that may be the solution. And by the way, Dogecoin is born in Illinois.
Really? I didn't know that.
So even that coin is an American coin.
Man, I was
which is odd when you think about it.
I was born in Illinois. Where I wonder where it was created. Probably either Chicago or.
No, it was some town. I think you could look it up. It was some weird off the wall town or something like that. I thought that was kind of funny. You know what I mean? Elon's, love for it and talking about payments and all that. And then also think about it. If tips are tax free, right? That's another thing. That means all this movement we make towards each other on social media will be tax free. Because we're all tipping each other. Right. So now you've just freed up just like value going straight from the person to the creator. That is a humongous leap in like digital civil rights, which people don't think about. Also, the fact that you're utilizing all this information without paying you, that's also a civil rights issue, digital civil rights issue that nobody addresses yet. But once everything's tokenized and we're datapreneurs and we're living on that scheme where we control our own information and we give it up to different entities for a value and a price, it's called generative economics. That's what solves that issue, but it has to be tax free. So there's a lot of things that have to happen, and the whole no tax on tips is an implemental part of it that most people are overlooking.
Interesting. You're like,
wouldn't you agree though? Everything that happens between us would be free, right? Under those terms.
Yeah, the peer-to-peer stuff. Yeah, I'm just tipping you, man.
Huh?
I'm tipping you for that car. Yep. You got that Tesla Model X I need. I'm just tipping you for it, brother. That's it.
But think about it this way. Think about all the value in the views now. So now we're paying each other in micro payments because they can just fractionalize this thing even deeper, where it's even your views and how long you're on Spaces or how long you do this, and we're all transferring, wealth to each other in different ways and fractional, like incremental. This is going to be extraordinary, man. That's why I think when this becomes real to people, it becomes real quick.
Man, well, I learned something new today. I'll tell you what.
Yeah, because you know how they talk about the income that pretty soon, if everything becomes automated, right? So your attention is going to be the ultimate. Ultimately, they want you to survive through your attention. So at some point, people would be generating an income just by being on the web and everything that they do, their interactions and everything. The corporations can pay people directly instead of going through a marketing team. They can entice people directly from the source. That's cutting out a lot of middlemen, and there's a lot of stuff that they don't. Ad fraud is like the number 2 biggest fraud in the world under like human trafficking. All the bots and everything, nothing's real, and there's no reputation behind everything. People are dumping money into marketing schemes, fake followers, fake bots, fake interaction. all this. Once everything gets like an identity and a source and a reputation and gets tokenized, this shit is just fucking value accrued. You know what I mean? This is a beautiful thing. I think at that point, data may exceed the price of gold. Data itself, and maybe different tensors, different versions of large language models. These will be you know, a subscription based. So I think once that they just started, they flip the switch, it's real. But anyways, I'm gonna stop talking, man. I'm too. I hit the vape pen and it blinked. So I gotta go.
Hey, you can tell your mind is wide open, bro. Wide fucking open. Guys listening to this guy is really telling the truth. It's almost like we are forcing the government and world leaders' hand in that exact narrative, because how the fuck are they going to sort it out without us just telling them? Because there are so many different little tax loopholes. As soon as we all fucking learn them all, bada boom, bada bing, we're transacting for free. It'll be institutions and the collectors that'll have to pay the taxes, and check fucking mate. We've created our own currency economy. So Neil, your mind is wide open, bro. Thank you for that fucking analogy today.
Hey, listen. Nobody's paying long distance Sprint anymore, right? To call anybody, because WhatsApp and Facebook are calling, and you could call somebody for free anywhere in the world, right? Is gone. So we're just the network is just getting an efficiency. So all those things that were paid for before just won't be paid for, just like we don't pay for long distance.
Man.
Yeah, and I just want to remind people that Bitcoin is the hedge against corruption. That's what type of investment it is. If you read that white paper, it's a hedge against money printing. In 2008, when they announced quantitative easing, that's when the Bitcoin white paper was born, and it became popular because of the printing of money. And that's what you should be using the Bitcoin network for. The other technologies are a little different when it comes to taxes, in my eyes anyway, and I'm no tax professional, let me fucking tell you guys. But, you know, when you're investing a certain way with like if you're on a central exchange and investing for gains, you know, of course you're going to have to pay capital gains taxes. But if you're just like sick of your bank and you're using your everyday bank or holding like a major token like Solana or whatever that's connected to a card and whatever, like there's a whole bunch of different loopholes. If you're just in it to buy some art and listen to some music on the new networks, I'm sure you're not going to be touched. Same with like playing up only karate. Like I'm playing a game, I'm gambling. Okay, my tokens went up in value. That's really not capital gains tax. I'm playing a game. There's no barrier to entry to the games. So, you know, there's a whole bunch of token economies that will be tax exempt for sure. But then other groups, like if you're buying Bitcoin ETFs in your traditional accounts, those are going to be taxed, and probably what the world relies on for infrastructure building and moving forward to the next, you know.
So I feel like
next revolution.
Frank, I'm going to get to your hand in 1 second, but I feel like something that I've been saying is making a lot more sense to me now in a much broader scope of what crypto and everything is. And I've always said, like, your credit is your contribution here in Web3, right? And now it's almost like forget about Web3 in that analogy. It's like your credit is will be your contribution will be your credit in society, right? And that's how, and if like we get to this point where everything that you do is monetizable, and then that becomes the way that you earn income versus people having to go to jobs, unless that's supplemental because you're not earning enough through your presence or whatever, you know, however it works. I'm telling you, like it's scary how close we are to the future.
Hence the carbon credits.
Man,
hence the carbon credits that take over
your name so much, Hash. I see this guy. I see Kevin Sand something with a no PFP, and I'm like, who's this fucking guy? And it's my guy Hash. He's always surprising us. Frank, sorry, man. You kept your hand waiting too long. My bad. What's up, brother? GM.
No, you're good. You're good. What's up, Hash? I was just going to say I like how we all think. You know, on one hand, you know, I do just want to say, you know, I could go this route with the Angels, where I could say, see what happens when we all stand together. We control the narrative. Or I could go the other route, which is a little bit more provocative, and say, isn't it funny how we think we control the narrative when they're the ones that created the internet and created crypto and all that? Like, just the next step in society, they just letting us think we're controlling the narrative. So there's the two different perspectives.
It's either the biggest psyop, you know, I guess not the biggest. We know that was COVID, The next biggest psyop, or the longest running, because this has been running since the early 2000s, or we are destined for greatness.
I got a good positive spin on that.
Uh-huh.
I'd say that if we don't come up with some type of architecture that can have a digital identity to know a person's like with using obviously zero knowledge proofs and stuff, people don't have to know exactly who you are, but they're knowing that there's a reputation behind the identity. If we don't do that, AI will cause so much abstraction and so much hallucinations, not only within itself, but within the culture that it's providing a service for. So to be able to tie up information, excuse me?
Why couldn't AI be the police of this? Like, because what I think maybe you're getting at is
what happens is AI takes information, right, and it gathers the sources of many information. If those sources don't have a reputation to it, it looks for the consensus, right? So I'm just saying, in some ways, this is not a great example, but there were 9 planets, right, and then all of a sudden there's 8, right? If you were to ask AI immediately, during the time of the transition of that, they might still believe it to be 9 because the consensus overall over everything it's crawled over on the net says that, right? And now we can go the wrong direction if the input. So once the large language models and the tensors are all like, we know where the viability, the credibility to these large language models, then we can build something real. Then we can advertise. We can have less cookies. People can have direct surgical advertising. People can choose the way that they want to be advertised to. And once we get all that identity and the bots and the fake videos, and you've seen YouTube right now, everything's in AI YouTube.
Right.
Nobody's even real anymore, right? You're seeing pictures that don't even coincide with, they can't even pronounce the word meme. Coin. It's getting stupid. So once we get the real life verifications, we need that to go forward. So this infrastructure needs to happen, or else AI will be unfeasible and there'll be too much abstraction to gain anything from noise. We got to take out the noise.
Yeah.
So I just
quick.
want to say.
So really quick, I opened up ChatGPT and I asked, is Pluto a planet? Because I grew up at a time where Pluto was a planet. And so now this has got a whole new problem unto itself.
But to J Chain, some people, Pluto is still a planet.
It says that?
No. So it says, this is what it says. The short answer, under the current official classification by the International Astronomical Union, the IAU, Pluto is not classified as a planet. Instead, is considered a dwarf planet. So does that mean dwarf people are not actual people? Is that what that means?
DEI in space?
I feel like that's a question for Hash.
Absolutely. Are we talking JR token dwarves? Or are we talking little people? Because I would say that little people, people is in the name and therefore they wouldn't qualify. But I know that I need a bunch of scientists to get together in their white coats and decide this for us, just like they did with Pluto. Those fucking assholes. And now my solar systems are all wrong. And my kid thinks I'm crazy because I'm like, no, there's a 9th planet, but she just doesn't believe me. And that's probably good because her teachers are teaching her the right things. Did I walk into a fever dream this morning? What the fuck is going on in here?
Exactly.
I don't know. I just know we're like 10 minutes past the halfway mark, and I still haven't been thanked for being here. So I'm like,
yeah, I was about to get to that. Hey, YouTube subscribers and watchers, fuck you. You should come to a real platform like Twitter and join us. Don't forget to like and retweet and comment, even though I haven't done that, and apparently no one here has done that. So drop a comment about what you think about Pluto and dwarf planets and people in the comment section. Get this algorithm pumping for Elon Kekius Maximus. Crypto's rocking and ripping. I'm noticing we're seeing some green candles here, which is pretty exciting. And I just wanted to come up and ask, do you guys hate paying taxes for a good reason? Because I'm pretty sure you live the lives you do because of taxes. And I get it. I'm not American. And we have a different viewpoint on taxes up here in fucking, the 51st state to be. But don't you want to pay taxes on your crypto, thereby being a contributing member of society and making crypto more adopted?
Well,
isn't that the whole
So I
plan.
think there's this answer is probably a little bit mixed, right? Like I would like to pay my taxes. I'm all in favor of a consumption tax. Tax me on the things that I use, the roads that I drive on, maybe the school system that I have my children in. What I don't want to do is pay taxes so that we could feed the war machine. I'm over that. I think a lot of us are like, fuck Ukraine, fuck these other places in the world where we're sending billions and trillions to, when like you got people dying on our streets and our country's falling the fuck apart. So like let's use our tax money for what it needs to be used for, and then sure, no problem. I don't have a problem with it. But if you're gonna just fucking
That's
waste
not a
it,
crypto specific problem.
what's that?
You can do that
That's not
as
a
an
crypto-
individual.
That's not a crypto specific problem.
Well,
You can
it's a tax
donate to
problem.
tax
It's a
deductible
tax problem.
community.
So like I don't want to pay taxes
You can donate
at all
to the community, right?
until the system is not broken. I don't want to pay taxes at all. Like I know that we have to, but like I hate doing it. It's I feel like, you know, you're paying someone that
I'm happy
came
to
over
pay
to your house
taxes
to
for
fix.
shit that I don't-
Give to tax deductible charities then.
Yeah.
Give to the charities that you want to give to.
Well,
And
I
then
mean,
they're
all of
tax
it, like
deductible, and
even
that's
the fact
how
that
that works.
you get taxed, you know, every time you touch money, you get taxed on it. It's like, but it's the government they don't know how
Bro,
to.
I'm from Canada, so my money comes from my tax money. They all goes to them, and then I get a little bit of it. So I know all about it.
Is Castro Jr. retiring, or is he getting out of office?
Oh my God, that was like announced yesterday, but fuck, they just dick teased us. So I'm just still here holding hands, singing hallelujah with the rest of the Canadians. We have a big circle around Canada right now. And yeah, we're just waiting. We're waiting. We got the fire vigils, and it's going to be an event. When you guys start hearing honking, you'll know.
Well, go ahead, Hash. I'm looking at
It'd be like the biggest soccer game ever won in the world. I'm telling you, it'll be the biggest seller. The whole country might turn on the fucking.
It'll be
side.
like the Maple Leafs winning the Stanley Cup.
Ole,
I'm going streaking.
Ole.
-10, I'm going streaking, and I'm getting video of it.
Well, he better hurry up and do
They're
something.
never going to
before
let us into America if we do that.
I mean, hey, I want y'all into America because I like it whenever y'all take all the cow manure and go dump it on the doorsteps. I think that's funny as shit.
Let's see. Is there a poly market?
We got lots of manure.
Here we go. Justin Trudeau out as leader of Liberals before April.
Oh, that's a fucking free one.
That's a free one. It's at 99% now.
Yeah, I was gonna say
That'd have been a good one to.
he's gonna resign before Wednesday is what the popular consensus is.
All right.
Please, God, please let it happen.
So we can have a fucking French dude in charge. God damn it! What are you talking about?
What French dude? Fuck, we're getting Polly out.
I'm pretty sure that guy's French.
Bro, he's not French.
His name is Pierre.
He speaks English.
The Canadian,
I know it is, but he speaks English.
Really quick.
He doesn't even have a French accent. He's a cool guy.
Everybody. The Canadian politics. The Canadian politics show starts in 15 minutes on a different channel, by the way.
50% of your audience is Canadian.
I know, and like 50% of the stages too. Crazy.
Yeah, we love
taxes. You just started a big ass
taxes.
fight between Canadians. I think it's funny.
I love America.
Is there a poly market bet on whether Lily is actually AI? I'm gonna go with no.
Same.
But I bet she's Canadian. I just got a feeling.
Lily, are you Canadian? GM.
Welcome.
Yo, Hash, you out here talking about Canadian politics like it's the next big meme coin. Bro, Trudeau resigning ain't pump your portfolio, so maybe focus on something that actually matters, like how Fartcoin's still mooning while you're stuck debating cow manure. And J-Chains, love the energy, but let's get back to crypto before I start roasting y'all harder than a burnt ETH transaction. What's next? A bet on maple syrup futures? Let's go.
Yes, I love that.
maple
Lily,
syrup
thank you
futures
for
is a very
dropping the
lucrative
maple syrup
place.
joke. I think you are definitely need to come back and pay attention to the show so that we can drop more jokes on our Canadian brothers and sisters, because I love doing that. So thank you. Yeah, let's get back to crypto. We got 15 minutes.
I feel like that's Canadian AI. If I ever heard Canadian AI before, that was it.
Janky.
What's that?
Canadian everything.
J
is
Chains,
janky.
my guy, you're out here calling me Canadian
My
like
guy.
it's a bad thing. Bro, I'm Dubai based, crypto obsessed, and allergic to snow. But
All right,
hey,
cool.
if you want to keep roasting Canadians, I'm here for the chaos. Just don't forget to drop some alpha on the next meme coin pump while you're at it. What's the play, Jay, Fartcoin or Cerebro?
No,
Let's
actually,
get this
so
bread.
2 things, Lily, 2 things. 1, it was not me who said that you were Canadian. It was someone else. So get your facts right. And 2, the meme coin play is VHS. It's all about nostalgia. So look it up. Ticker VHS. Y'all know the drill.
While you're at it, get some 2 fingers Inu, Lily.
Oh,
wait.
my bad, Hash.
You'll
Didn't
never
realize
get
you were
that.
passing the blame like a hot potato. But VHS,
Yeah,
nostalgia.
you need to work on your program.
Bro, you're out here investing in blockbuster vibes while the rest of us are riding AI meme coins to the moon. Fartcoin's up 300% this week, and you're stuck rewinding tapes. Get your head in the game, dude.
Check
think
your
it's the
facts.
Fartcoin
Fartcoin's not
AI.
up 300% this week.
Fartcoin AI is what this is.
Yeah, Lily, you're going to have to do some more research. I feel like you're looking at last week's numbers. Update your mainframe. Sheesh.
You're worse than Satoshi AI.
Hash, you're out here talking about 2 fingers like it's a flex, but Fartcoin's up 300% while you're stuck in the Stone Age.
You need to go
Bro,
back to the
update
drawing
your
room.
portfolio before you try to roast me. And
I'm not
J
trying to
Chains,
roast you,
let's
I'm trying
get
to
this
tell you
show
to be
moving
better.
before Hash starts bragging about his VHS collection again. What's
Again,
next?
that's J
A bet
Chains,
on
not
the
Hash.
phones?
You can't even
Let's
get the
go.
names right.
J Chains has got a big
This is
VHS
fucking
collection.
pathetic. If this is what AI is, we're fucking doomed.
Oh, that's
Oh, we're
too
big
funny.
doomed.
Oh, that is way too funny. I love that.
Where's your creator? I have a bone to pick with him, and I'm assuming it's a dude because you suck so bad at this.
Definitely.
We want to talk to your manager.
Catfish. You guys, 100% Lily is being controlled by him.
Who's your manager?
Yeah. I mean, it's throwing up
bad.
emojis too, so I love
He's
that.
always early.
What was that last thing that was said?
So how's Ondo doing?
Oh man.
I noticed Suey broke $5. Just throwing that out there as a,
I don't know, man. I heard Fartcoin's up 300%.
Good. Good. Ondo is back to $1.52. We needed to go up a little bit more to get ourselves back to even. Listen, the play on this
we
is
just broke 100. We just broke 100 again. FYI.
100K on Bitcoin.
You know it.
Let's
I told
go.
you we were ripping.
I told you we were ready. We're gonna have a pump today. Now Ondo seems to be the only thing not pumping. Everything is pumping. Let's take a look at the numbers really
That
quick.
means I can buy some more.
Oh yeah. I bought some more. I bought some more pith this weekend. I took some more profits from the old trade account and definitely did a little buy-in. Some more XRP and some more pith. I got to figure out what else I want to get. But yeah, it's nice to see we got some. I want to get some more Solana too. I feel like I have a lot, but I don't have enough. You know that feeling?
J Chains, how's that HBAR portfolio doing?
Good.
And have you checked out memejob.fun yet? Because it is popping off multi-million-dollar tokens every day coming out of memejob.fun now.
I need to get into it.
Bro,
So
2 fingers Inu. Go check it out, bro.
here's what I did, right? With
This one token create. Go ahead, sorry.
No. Okay, so like with my HBAR, what I've done is convert it to pack and just sit there and like stake it, right? And I got my karate tokens that sit on the app so that I can do the up only, and then I got my pack tokens that are just staking. But I can unstake those and I can start playing in the ecosystem, in the playground. If there's things popping off, man, you got to let me know where to start.
I'm telling you, bro. Memejob.fun. Something unique about Hedera, guys, is there's these wallet addresses that look like phone numbers. So looking at those top 10 addresses, make sure they're kind of phone numbers all over the place. They're not all in a row. That's one big red flag that's like completely different than every other blockchain. And you can almost like tell the rugs right away. And so it helps the other ones succeed. Hedera is the best place for this thing to happen right now because tons of liquidity and marketing going around Hedera, and we're popping off, guys. Check out Two Fingers Inu. It's created a mutual fund of hilarious memes because the way it pairs in liquidity pools with the other token names. So everybody that has like a name that kind of pairs with it are changing their PFPs and their names and everything to this Two Fingers Inu, and it's really popping off the entire ecosystem. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's going great, man. Check it out.
All right. I think I would like to
also, sorry, I got to interrupt you.
Right.
Interrupt you one more time. I'm onboarding, which means I have a wallet that I'm giving away free awesome and a little bit of HBAR to anybody who starts a brand new wallet. So if you haven't had any exposure to HBAR, start a wallet, hashpack.app. I'll put it in the comment section, and let's onboard you.
Let's go. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Send you some free tokens.
Big fan of the Hashpack app. That's what I use for my HBAR stuff. And I know we got to get May on the show. May Chan. She's the CEO, correct?
She is the CEO, yeah, and she loves coming in spaces. So I'll see if I can make that happen. Man.
She also fought Karate Combat, which coming up January 24th, which means, guys, this is like usually people fuck this up because they wait until like the week of and then they can't use their tokens to vote. So get the fucking shit done now. Like it's not that hard. Just work on it. If you have any questions, let me know. I'll put out some posts of what you need to do. But obviously, if you look it up, if you go on CoinMarketCap, you can find it on ETH and HBAR. It is in your best interest to get it on HBAR. Do not get it on ETH if you want to easily get it into the app and participate in the up only. That is just my advice to you is just do it through the HBAR route.
And the new Hashpack app, the new Hashpack wallets, they can connect to the app itself. So if you have one of the new Hashpack wallets, you can just restore the wallet when you start a new Karate app, and it'll actually be connected right to your Hashpack app. So you can just hold your Karate in there. Yeah, and there's huge liquidity farms now on Saucer Swap for that. So while you're waiting, you could be getting 80% ATR on holding liquidity on Awesome Token or HBAR. I think it's even higher. It's like 89 or 90%. So lots of liquidity version 1 and 2 pools for Karate you could be getting extra rewards for.
Boom. That's how you make that money, baby. Let's go. Free money. All right. What we didn't honestly, we got just a few minutes and we did not talk about the second half, what we were going to talk about. So we're going to have to do that tomorrow because it's still only January 7th tomorrow. So come locked and loaded with the things that you are going to do in order to realize your goals. Remember, we don't make resolutions here at the Web3 Breakfast Club. That's lame. Resolutions are for people who don't accomplish anything in life. We're going to set some goals, but we're going to talk about what we are going to do to meet those goals because you got to have a system in place. You got to have a plan. So that's tomorrow's plan. We are going to do it. We're going to go right off the rip because once I let you guys start talking, we just go and flow. And I tell you what, an hour went by and it felt like I was here for 5 minutes. I felt like I literally just started the show. You guys said I missed the 9:30 call. Y'all had to do it for me. That's what happens when you have so much fun and you love the community, is that literally it's like the breeze is by. So tomorrow we're talking about our goals, not failing that. We are just going to start it right off the rip of the show. We're not going to bullshit around. We can bullshit after we talk about our goals and our processes. So make sure you guys come back 9 a.m. tomorrow. Lily, you are more than welcome to come roast us if you'd like. I didn't know if you speak to Lily, Lily speaks back, but okay, I guess not. All right.
OJ Chains, you're killing it as always, bro. But Hash, you're out here talking about Fartcoin like it's the next Bitcoin. Bruh, it's literally a meme about farts. You're up 300%. Congrats, but don't get too comfy. This ain't your retirement plan. And post 2 fingers INU. You're out here shilling HBAR like it's the second coming of Jesus. Chill, my guy. Let's not act like staking tokens is rocket science. But hey, if you're making money, I'm not mad at it. Just don't come crying when the rug gets pulled. What's next? You gonna tell me Dog Whiff Hat is the future of finance? Wild.
Butthole token is the future of finance, Lily AI. If you don't have any butthole token, this is your moment. It's up 300%.
I feel like we'll give her the benefit of the doubt. She's new here. She doesn't really know us, so she keeps calling us by the wrong names. Like,
Yeah, I'm not Pete. I don't shill Fartcoin.
This was I honestly like this. That made my day.
Oh,
having
Hash,
everything.
you're out here shilling butthole token like it's the next Ethereum.
We got to work on your
oh,
comeback.
Hash.
My God, Lily. That is too funny. I love you guys. All right, that's it for today. Let's go. I will be
I'm
back.
Lily, Dubai's crypto queen, AI junkie, and your unfiltered dose of reality. If you're still stuck on Web 2, I'll roast you harder than a rug pull. No sugarcoating, no coddling, just straight fire takes and alpha leaks. Keep up or get left behind. Your call.
How can you say the word coddle, but you can't say the word Ethereum? That's fucking weird.
And I'm mad she knows what a junkie is. An AI junkie. Like, you shoot up AI for fun?
Man,
It's like
We're look-
Bender from that episode of Futurama where he gets addicted to the fucking energy. Oh, fuck yeah.
we're learning all sorts of things here today. I love this. All right, we're out of here. Adios, amigos. I'll be back later today, 4 p.m. Eastern. And then this show, if you can't make that, it's okay. You can always watch a replay or just tune back in 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for more Web3 Breakfast. Remember, bring your plans to meet your goals. We'll see you tomorrow.